This is Bill Newman, WHMP.
Well, we introduce Rich Michelson most of the time by saying, this is NPR, Northampton Poetry Radio, with our erstwhile poet laureate, Rich Michelson. But he's also a gallery owner and an artist extraordinaire and an author, and he has with him this morning in our studio, Mo Willems. So let me turn the microphone over to Rich Michelson.
Well, we can make an easy connection here because as august a publication as the New York Times, when they were asking for a National Poetry Month, the foremost writers in this country, who their favorite poets were, they actually interviewed our current guest, Mo Willems.
That's right, which is again proof that no one trusts the press.
That's right. Yeah. And he neglected to include me in that answer. However,
I did. You were edited out. It's the Times. Blame the Times.
Can't trust journalists.
Yeah. He went right to a poet, an obscure poet,
just down the road,
Dr. Seuss or something. But Mo, welcome.
Thank you.
We are here because this Sunday from 4 to 6, we are opening an exhibition, Elephant and Piggy. We are in an exhibition. That's the name of the
I was about to say, you Rich Michelson. Rich Michelson.
You were in an exhibition at your own gallery.
Rich Michelson about to
and Piggy.
He's going to exhibit himself.
So all 25 Elephant and Piggy books, this is the end of this series.
This is the end of the series of books. That's right. Elephant and Piggy are they are not being hit by a bus driven by a pigeon. Instead, they're going into retirement.
They're going into retirement. Yeah. So
just like the Ringling Brothers elephants.
Yes.
Like how could you do this? Because I mean, you're moving on to other things, but I am having people walk into the gallery and literally break down and say, what do you mean no more Elephant and Piggy books?
Oh, I thought that was because they were looking at the price list.
Oh, okay.
No, here's the great thing. I decided that I would rather the Elephant and Piggy series be like the Mary Tyler Moore Show than Happy Days. That at a certain point, you have to control the end of it. And one of the great things is there's through the internet, I found this first grader, this teacher, who said a first grader said, this is great that Mo is ending the series because now he can stretch his brain.
Wow.
And that really excited me, and that's really what this is about. This is about brain stretching for me.
You're not going to write Elephant and Piggy Jump the Shark?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Sharky the Shark jumps the shark.
But Elephant and Piggy, are they actually starting their own now reading club? Is this
more or less? Yes. So the final Elephant and Piggy book came out last week. It's called the Thank You Book, and it's fairly on the nose. It is an opportunity to say thank you. It's an opportunity for me to say thank you to my readers. But Elephant and Piggy still love reading. So for me, every one of these books is a philosophical question based on a personal neuroses. So I realized, I have 25 neuroses, and it's not like I'm going to run out of neuroses, but I'd sort of done what I need to do. So now I have found very talented, very neurotic friends of mine to expose their neuroses in children's books. So we're having a series of books called the Elephant and Piggy Like Reading series. And these are the books that Elephant and Piggy read now that they're in retirement. So in each book, you'll see Elephant and Piggy cracking open the book, making a comment, and then it's somebody else's book. So the first two are Dan Santat, who's an amazing writer, he's a Caldecott medalist, and Laurie Keller, who did The Scrambled States of America and Arnie the Donut. She is also just an incredible writer, great neurotic, great American neurotic. And so both of them have come up with stories that are easy readers, that are in the world of Elephant and Piggy. So I'm very excited about those as well.
Okay, you are not listening to NPR, Northampton Poetry Radio. You're listening to The Bill Newman Show. And my guest is Mo Willems, who is in an exhibition. We are in an exhibition, 25 Elephant and Piggy books. You haven't seen the exhibition yet, have you?
I'm going
have you been to the
after
gallery?
this. I've seen the walls painted, but I haven't seen it hung. So I'm very excited.
It looks amazing. And for those who are coming this Sunday, Mo will be there. He will be signing books which will be for sale by the Eric Carle Museum. We're trying to support the Eric Carle Museum. Leave your books at home. Come buy new ones. Mo will be there to sign them. What you will see is pieces from every book in the series. Basically, you are touring Moe's neurotic life. You're going through piece
well, you
by
also
piece.
see how things age over the 10 years. So
Are these the original drawings that
These
ended
are
up in the
original
books?
drawings and the sketches,
Right.
For the drawings. How do you explain how you do that?
So essentially, you'll have what I call the blues. It's an animation format where I sketch the drawing in blue, and then I'll take a light box and I'll ink it or trace it. It's not really tracing it. I change it as I go, and those are the finals that are scanned in and colored digitally. And one of the things you'll see as you be able to walk through the show is how they have aged. You know, Piggy started with very small ears, but as she has aged, her ears have gotten bigger. Her nose has gotten bigger.
Because ears and nose grow for your entire life.
That's exactly right. And I actually this was another interesting thing. I posted the original design of Elephant and then the design of Elephant 10 years later. And I said that the ears had grown. And again, someone online said, no, he's just less tense. Because in the beginning, his ears were really up. I mean, and that takes energy.
Yeah, but then the force of gravity makes you sag in all sorts of places.
He's a saggy-eared elephant. But I think that's a product of living here in Northampton, that my ears have relaxed somewhat.
And so then the books are done. The computer, the color is done. We will have you can bring your kids, please. This is more than a kid-friendly event. We have Elephant.
But don't touch anything.
We have. Well, you can touch it. You just have to buy it.
Yeah,
but
right.
you're welcome to touch it. It's interesting to see the expressions change so slightly from the sketches to the finals. And we'll also you'll be able to take pictures with Elephant and Piggy in a giant frame.
Right.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And we will have, for those who are interested, also some of your drawings from your other books. You have some other characters. Now, might Elephant and Piggy show up in a Pigeon book in the future?
No. They're retired.
They're retired.
They really are retired. You know, the characters I'm still going to be able to do things with. I wrote a musical called Elephant and Piggy's We Are in a Play over at the Kennedy Center, and that's been touring. Matter of fact, I think it may even come to Northampton in March, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So I still am playing with these characters. Like, I enjoy being with them, but I felt like 25 books is a lot of books.
Right.
And I feel like...
The first book was done when?
It's over 9 years. In terms of, it was published 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on Elephant and Piggy books for a very, very long time. Matter of fact, Elephant was the first character. And he was cast, and I figured out who he was. And then there was a lot of casting to find out who his female lead was going to be. There was a muskrat, there was a squirrel, there were all these characters.
This is like an animal casting call
Absolutely.
to see who's going to show up.
The Naked Mole Rat was just too X-rated for those books.
That's right. Exactly. Well, he got a spin-off series.
Yeah, right.
So he did
That's
fine
my
for
favorite
himself.
one.
Right. That I'm actually writing as a rock opera.
Naked Mole Rat, the rock opera?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that. You know how many words rhyme with naked? Many.
Oh, do they? Good.
Many. So I was working with Elephant for many, many years, and finally sort of Piggy came along, and she was so right for this series. Then I could, pitch the series.
So some of the other there are some other characters that show up in the books over the time. Were they some of the earlier test characters or no?
No, I think the squirrels are designed similar to the squirrel, but no, these were all the sort of supporting cast that came in. I hadn't really planned. The funny thing is they are in some books and not in others, but when I came time to do the thank you book, turns out that there were exactly 25 supporting characters over those 25 books.
And they all make it into this last book.
They all make it into the final book. Every single character.
Mo Willems, could you go back to something you were talking about before with the creative process? You talk about drawing the characters, changing the characters, the expressions, their body shape in some ways. I'd be interested to know a little bit more about what you're saying about color and how you decide that and how you use computer-generated color to finish the...
Well, I come from an animation background. So when I started, you would draw on a cell and then you would flip it over and you would paint it sort of a flat color. So I'm doing the same thing with the Elephant and Piggy books. You realize these are early readers, are called easy readers, or they're also called hard writers. These are for kids who are really trying to figure it out. So for me, in terms of the design, I made sure the pages were white. that there's nothing distracting. I made sure that the bubbles were color-coded. When Piggy speaks, she speaks with a pink bubble. When Gerald speaks, he speaks, which is the elephant, with a gray bubble. When they speak together, they're in a purple bubble. It's a combination of the two. So it's very, very important to be able for it to be clear. I also break the pages down essentially into quadrants. So the top two quadrants are where the text are, and the bottom two are where the characters are. And if that changes or mixes, then that means something remarkable is happening in the story.
Would you be willing to read the first few pages of the book? Because
Sure.
I think it's so wonderful.
Thank you. So Elephant and Piggy are hanging out as they often do. The idea of the story is there are a lot of callbacks. If you are a piggy head or an elephant head, or if you are elephantine, then you will recognize all these characters. But I had to make sure that if you aren't, there's still a story you can come into. There's a point of entry. So Elephant and Piggy are two pals who are hanging out together, and Piggy thinks, I have a lot to be thankful for. And then she panics. I'd better get thanking. I'm going to thank everyone who is important to me. Everyone? Everyone. No way. You will forget someone. Now the plot thickens. You will forget someone important. And Piggy, who is perseverance, and as we've all learned, perseverance is the most important trait. I will thank everyone. It will be a thank-o-rama! And we're actually having a Thank-O-Rama right now. There's a website, thankorama.com, where there's a digital spinner. If you don't know who to thank, you can spin the digital spinner, and it'll come up with, say, turnips or this. You have a real spinner.
You brought a real spinner that's a la Twister.
Right.
So I spun it, and I hit Classmates.
So now you can go
Does that
thank classmates.
right now.
Do I have to thank classmates that I used to go to school with, or is it like colleagues? Like I have to thank Newman?
You're not in the same class.
Oh, let's leave it there and take a break. That was a great place for an ending. We'll be right back.
This is Bill Newman, WHMP.
If you need heart surgery, you go to a heart specialist, someone with lots of experience. So, if you need rehabilitation, the same holds true. Health South Rehabilitation Hospital specializes in physical rehabilitation. We have lots of experience in it, years of helping people take back their lives. A disabling injury or illness can take away your independence. Health South restores it.
Health South Rehabilitation Hospital of Weston, Massachusetts, 222 State Street, Ludlow.
Northampton, Amherst, Greenfield, Holyoke.
In terms of the activism in the Pioneer Valley and all throughout Western Massachusetts, other energy companies are taking note of that.
This one seems to be suspended indefinitely.
Puts the state in a very good and interesting position, adding more pressure for us to come up with the next plan for how to create a totally green energy supply.
Local news when you need it. 1400 AM and 96.9 FM. WHMP.
Planning a home improvement project? Need ideas? Come to the Valley Home and Garden Expo at the Three County Fairgrounds May 21st and 22nd. One location with lots of vendors to assist you with your home remodeling challenges, from kitchens and baths to green living and solar power. Valley Home and Garden Expo May 21st and 22nd, Three County Fairgrounds, Northampton. Brought to you by the Daily Hampshire Gazette, sponsored by Amherst Landscape and Design Associates. homegarden.gazettenet.com.
Every Friday morning, Monty visits the Wine Snobs to talk about wine at State Street.
As if we never talk or think of the wine mother, but she would be so pleased with what has happened to rosé over the last couple of years, because she was a great proponent of rosés and was always waiting for it to be the next big thing.
Warm weather and rosé are a great pair.
If last year was any judge, it's a big thing.
Stop by State Street this Friday after 4 and taste for yourself.
1, you say rosé, not rose, when it's written on a menu. Nothing will make the server laugh at you more than calling it rose. Number 2, it's not all white Zinfandel.
The beauty of rosé is you get all that nice, crisp white wine quality, easy drinking qualities, but you get a lot of red wine fruit. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's the red wine drinker's summer wine.
And I 100% concur with that.
Find your favorite wine and your next favorite wine at State Street, Fruit Store, Deli, Wines and Spirits. State Street, Northampton.
On the WHMP community calendar, the Whately Congregational Church is holding its giant tag sale Saturday, May 14th, starting at 8 a.m. There'll be a wide range of antiques, housewares, dishes, tools, clothing, plants, and more at the Whately Congregational Church, 177 Chestnut Plain Road. For more information on this event or to submit an event of your own, check out the community calendar under the events tab at WHMP.com.
This is Bill Newman, WHMP.
We are back with Rich Michelson and a very special guest, Mo Willems. Rich?
Mo Willems, again, if you have a child between the ages of 0 and 100, or if you know a child, then you know Mo Willems. The New York Times says if there is any successor to Dr. Seuss and Charles Schulz, he is sitting right here in the studio with us. If you are in New York, the New York Historical Society has a exhibit up, and go visit that through September 25th.
An exhibit of Mo's work.
Of Mo's work. And starting this Sunday through June, you will see 25 books of Elephant and Piggy, works from each of the books. On May 15th, this Sunday from 4 to 6, Mo will be there. This is a great show. It's going to be fun. I can't wait for you to see it, Mo. I want to thank you for allowing us to show your work these many years. And it's wonderful to see people coming into the gallery, and it spans generations. Kids come in bringing their parents. Parents are bringing their kids. It's just a wonderful show. I invite everybody to come.
The books will be for sale. I take it the artwork will be for sale?
The artwork will be for sale. Thank you, Monty.
You're welcome. You can listen to Mo on my show, actually, tomorrow on the River. I'm going to go through the exhibit at the R. Michelson Gallery with Mo a little bit later this morning. I'll have that on tomorrow morning.
And thank you, Bill Newman, for hosting
I know what I see what you're doing here. You're thanking us. It's thank-o-rama.
Okay, thank all you guys.
Spin it, Monty. See if you can get to the part that says thank your bus driver. Okay, terrific.
And thankorama.com. Go there
and get thanking.
Mo Willems, thank you so much. Rich Michelson, always a pleasure. Monty, thank you. Thank you, our listeners, for spending time with us. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.